Hey everyone, just popping in to say hello, quick hello, and just share a really quick thought with you today. I've been thinking about love, the importance of love. This is not a new message. The importance of not only love for other people, but love for ourselves. If we do not have a complete love for ourselves, it's difficult to be able to share a complete love with somebody else. Dude, I want to say it's impossible, right? Because it's the same energy of like, if you cannot be honest with yourself, how could you possibly be honest with another? I don't know, I'm thinking of Maya Angelou. She likes to quote a proverb. I'm pretty sure it's an African proverb, but she talks about how if a naked man offers you a shirt, like you should be wary or something like that. Okay, it's not an exact word for word representation of that quote, but the energy of it is clean though. It's like, if this person doesn't have enough to take care of themselves, how could they possibly turn around and gift you anything with any sort of sincerity? Do you see what I'm saying? And to have as a complete self-awareness and self-acceptance and self-love, right? Not being in denial and going, I am a perfect being. I don't have anything wrong with me. No, it's quite the opposite, dude. It's being in the energy of, I know I'm not perfect. I know what my weaknesses are. I know what my strengths are. And those weaknesses that I am not aware of and those strengths that I am not aware of, I am open to the universe to let me know when the time is right and when I am ready to take those things on. And so when you live with that kind of honesty, that sort of strength, right? Which, by the way, can look like weakness. Depending on who's making the assessment, it can look like weakness, right? Because a person goes, no, I want to present as though I have everything together. My ducks are completely in a row. I don't have any fear. I am completely without weakness. My opinion is, no, dude, if you can acknowledge the weakness in yourself and not want to bully it around, you see what I'm saying? Initially, dude, it's about just assessing and really taking a look at ourselves and accepting that part of ourselves, okay? And just going, dude, if this thing never changes, does that mean I do not deserve love? Does that mean I myself do not deserve to love myself? Because this part of myself is never changed. That's sort of cruel, dude. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to really looking at that thing and going, what is it serving? How has it served me in the past? Do I need it to continue into the future? Is that necessary? That kind of energy, dude, having some sort of kindness for ourselves. It's so easy for people to just sort of be distracted and focused on the things that they're worried about. And so nobody's really thinking about us. That's sort of what I think. I think people think of us occasionally, but they're thinking about themselves generally. And so why shouldn't I be considered in this world? Me, Erica, why shouldn't I have kindness in this world? Why shouldn't I be viewed in my wholeness and loved in my wholeness? I cannot wait for somebody else to provide that for me, dude. I need to do that for myself. Okay, and so when I do that, and I come across another person who is saying to me, I have a shirt to give you, or I have love to give you, or I have consideration to give you, but they are naked. Right? Then I can look at that and go, no thanks, you can keep that shirt for yourself, right? But when I have my eyes open, I'm looking for any fully dressed human that resonates with my own soul, dude, that is a mirror reflection of me in some way, dude. Then I can go, okay, I am safe to give my love and consideration to this person. Not that it'll be a perfect situation or that there will be no difficulty, none of that, dude. It just means that we are showing up in the world in a similar way. and we can be a team with each other, an actual true team, right? Taking on the world, that kind of energy. We're loving and accepting each other. That's the point. Okay. And so, the external is sort of secondary. Giving love to other people, that sort of thing. That's sort of secondary, dude. The first things first, we have to give that love and consideration to ourselves. Okay. So that we can have that equal, fair, balanced love come back to us. Of course, this does not mean like for like your children or like, a 3-year-old or a dog or something like that. They can only reciprocate in the way that they can reciprocate. They can only nourish in the way that they can nourish. And so that's not exactly what I'm talking about here. But the point is the same though. We need to love and value ourselves so that we can make decisions about what we will accept in our lives and what we will not. And there's nothing wrong with making these kind of assessments. There's nothing wrong with making these kinds of choices, dude. This is the life that we're living. It is okay for you to have an opinion on who you will love and who you will partner with in this life. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Also, if you started out in one connection, right, and it was fair and balanced at some point, but that changes over time and it consistently stays that way to where it just is imbalanced, then do you absolutely need to stay in that connection, dude, if it's only bringing you heartache? I don't know, dude. That's a real thing to consider. Anyway, that is all for today. I believe it is a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Until next time, see ya, folks.